Hi, this is Bevo with Beauty and Lifestyle, and I'm here to talk to you about my gastric bypass or gastric sleeve adventure. Actually, I had the gastric sleeve and I thought the weight would stay off. I never knew that I could gain any weight back at all. Maybe 5 pounds, 6 pounds is all I was expecting, but not 50 pounds. So then I started having hiatal hernia problems, and then I have an ulcer that's where the esophagus is that dumps into the stomach. All that acid reflux is splashing up into my esophagus instead of going down. So now there's an ulcer there, and talk about painful. Oh, I've been to the hospital in the ER 3 times in the last month. I've gone to get what they call a Maalox type of cocktail, and it has 3 different things in it for acid reflux, and it really does work. And I'm definitely going to take it tonight. Last night I had a really rough night. I got up 3 times during the night. I was practically in tears because I hurt so bad, and my stomach was just really bothering me. And anyway, I just wanted to come to you, my YouTuber friends, and talk to you for a few minutes about what it's like to be me and be facing actually, I'm facing a smaller surgery than I expected. It's not going to be the gastric bypass. That's going to be another step if I have to have it. According to my gastric sleeve doctor, I'm going to have a repair done of the hernia that's going to be removed, and I'm going to have a repair to my esophagus. And then if that takes care of the acid reflux problem, then I won't have to have a gastric bypass, which kind of sounds good to me, except for the fact that I've gained 50 pounds. So I'm on a weight loss journey, and I decided to do a few things that I thought might be helpful to you and encouragement to you if you're on a weight loss journey too, or weight gaining one way or the other. If you're too skinny or you're supersized, I just want to encourage you with a little bit of my story. I ended up I wasn't really a chubby child, really, exactly until I got into Weight Watchers with my mother at the age of 13. I was actually underweight and had to gain 5 pounds in order to be able to join with my mother. She brought me malts and all kinds of cakes and candy and pastries and cupcakes and malt. It was just wonderful. I just loved the malts and I loved all the sweets, and I gained some weight, and I was able to join with her to keep her company, I guess is what she wanted me to do. But it gave me an addiction to food and an identity with food that I just poured myself into comfort foods of all kinds. And I had a friend that was always thin and could eat Doritos by the bag and drink a liter of Dr. Pepper and never gain a pound. But me, I could never seem to get enough food. I was always hungry after that. So I started gaining weight a little bit, but not till after high school, when I first entered college. And then I ended up going on a diet and losing 88 pounds. And I weighed 142, and I was 5'9". And so it was like I was super, super skinny. And for my juries, they called them, where I would sing in different languages because I was studying opera and classical voice at the University of North Texas at that time. So I ended up singing in several different languages, and I was in this beautiful emerald green evening gown with sequins and all kinds of designs on it and lace and everything, and I felt beautiful. But that was short-lived, and I ended up yo-yo dieting, and I gained all my weight back and then some when I had a child. I've only had one child, and he's my beautiful son, and he's grown now and be 31 in January. And but it ended up that I never lost that weight, and then I went through a divorce, and I got remarried. And when I got remarried, my in-laws, she was an excellent cook of cakes and pies and pastries, and she always wanted me to taste her. She loved making me happy, and I always smiled a lot, was always really happy whenever I was eating something sweet. And so she made pies and cakes and everything like every single day. And if sometimes she'd have 2 or 3 to choose from. And so I ballooned in my weight to over 300 pounds. I got to 306 pounds. and I lied about my size on the internet, and I internet dated, but I never went out actually on dates or anything like that, trying to find my identity, but really feeling bad about myself and feeling guilty and that kind of thing. Fast forward 20 years until 3 years ago, and my sweet husband and I, when I got married the third time, I've been married now happily, very happily married to Craig Burnson, and I'm excited about him being in my life because he loves me the way I am, but he encourages me to be healthy, and he always is there for me, and I just appreciate him so much. But I ended up deciding, because of my size, when I first got married, I was over 200 pounds, and I was around 223, something like that, and I had plateaued and couldn't seem to lose any weight, and I was in a size 22 dress, wedding dress, and on the most exciting day of my life, I should have been so excited, but I felt like so huge. I just felt like all my pictures, I just hated them. I just didn't like the way I looked. I just was like, oh my God, what have I done to myself? But I was so happy to be married and everything, but there became health problems, and I started getting I think they call it edema in my legs, and I couldn't get up and down the steps in my front yard, and I was like, couldn't even hardly get in the house and had to have help walking and everything. So my husband and I made the decision together for me to have the gastric sleeve. And once I had the gastric sleeve, it was very, very painful. I didn't expect that level of pain, but the pain subsided, and I ended up losing over 146 pounds, I think. No, let's see, wait a minute. If I was 223 or 220, I lost 120. No, 140 something. I got down to 163 was my smallest weight, and 163 I looked really great. I looked healthy for my height and everything. I didn't feel like I needed to lose any more weight. And so I maintained that for a couple of years, and then some medications were changed, that I had an illness that came on me and everything, and I'd fallen a couple of times and broken some bones and broke my neck, and was given some steroids and cortisone shots and things like that to do that. And so with the steroids, I started beginning to gain weight again. And then what I thought was really surprising about the gastric sleeve, I'm not knocking that. I'm not a doctor. This is my opinion. It was a very painful thing to go through. I'm glad I did it in a way, but yet I never knew I could gain the weight back. And I've gained 50 pounds. So I'm not very happy right now. I'm over 200. I weigh, over 200 pounds. I weigh 207. And I can be really honest with you because that's the way I want to be. That's the way I am. I want to be honest with you. And I want you to go with me on this journey to help me along. I really appreciate all your comments, and I carry weight well. It seems like some people think that I look just fine, that they can't believe that I'm even anywhere near 200 pounds because of my height and because of my shape. I'm kind of pear-shaped and that kind of thing like that. So, but I want you to join me in this weight loss journey. I want to be able to journal along on video on YouTube, and I would like for you to send your love and comments, and I'd like you to like this video here. When I post it on Facebook and I post it on Twitter and all that kind of stuff, I would love it if you would just put that you like the video, and because the more likes that I get, the more subscriptions. Don't forget to subscribe also to the channel so that you'll get my latest blogs and what I've had to say about things. But I want to encourage you today. You may have had a rough day today. Today it was like 22 degrees this morning here in Texas, in East Texas, when I first got up this morning, and it was so cold. And you may have had to go to work outside. Maybe somebody was gripey or cut you off in traffic, and everybody's getting ready for the Christmas holidays. And this is not necessarily the time to start a diet, quote, diet, but it's more of a lifestyle. And so I wanted to say that I'm watching what I'm taking in my calorie intake, and I'm on this journey to lose this weight, even though I'm going through the Christmas holidays and there's so many choices and so many wonderful candies and pecan tarts and just all kinds of food that I could eat. Not to mention all the wonderful drinks that you can have and that are sugary drinks and that kind of thing. But I'm going to really watch the sugar and my sugar intake and really watch my calorie intake. And I want to encourage you. And if you're on a journey like me and you need to lose some weight, let's do it together and encourage one another. Don't forget to comment. And thank you for listening. I appreciate your time and appreciate you being with me. And thanks for subscribing also. This is Bevo signing off for now with Beauty and Lifestyle. And thanks for joining me on my weight loss journey. Let's see where we go from here. Bye-bye.